For simplicity's sake, I won't do all the code for you. I'll just explain you what was done. Here we have a SQL database that was created by the standard method that we have done all semester. The only difference is we created a view down here on the bottom, which basically takes certain aspects of each table and creates it into a better view for our contract. This SQL database is the basis, the basic foundation of what we want to do with our contracts. The next thing we do is we construct a set of rules for the program Clips. Basically, we just put everything in a text file and save it as a .clp rule set so that later on we can input this into the Clips program. All the rules are basically already spelled out in the PDF that you have given us. And you can see in the comments everything that they do. Basically, Power for Cars will pay extra $100 above the calculated price, which is calculated via the car power. This is the final file that we come up with called constructs.clp, which we'll later use in Clips to help deduce our rules. Unfortunately, Clips isn't very good at doing actual calculations, so we're going to use Python to do that. This first step that we use, we import the SQLite code set into Python. The import feature is used for many different modules that you can load into object-oriented programming. The next step is we load the insurance.sqlite database into Python that we had previously created. The next two steps basically use that import and takes all the records from complete and converts complete into pandas data frame to make calculations easier for Python. Python has to do several calculations, and as you can see by our comments in Python, that we do a base price calculation and then calculate whether a customer is new by basically seeing if they are a customer for 30 more days or not. We then calculate the driver's age. Step 28 here takes and turns anything that says M into male and anything else and turns it into female. It shows us our new data. And then lastly, it loops through all the data, formats each row into this format here, and exports it into a file called facts.txt so that we could run the facts.txt through Clips. And here's the actual code that loops through the all the data and creates a new file called facts.txt. In this file, you can see I made a few mistakes, but I finally got it right. Basically, the very first line here that is highlighted loads that original constructs.clp file that we created. It also loads our facts that we created with Python, facts.txt. We run it. It basically creates a new file using these rules and these facts, and we save the file as facts_edited.txt. Lastly, we use Python to import the facts edited text document and format it. You can see on this line it actually imports the file, it opens it, then these lines it actually changes the format, and this line gives us displays us a pretty table for better viewing.